Did you know that just one innocent handful of peanuts, pistachios, or cashews could be feeding liver cancer cells, overloading tired kidneys, or making your blood thinner misfire? Seniors over 60 can't afford that hidden gamble. I'm Barbara O'Neill, and in the next few minutes I'll reveal the 5 nuts quietly sabotaging older bodies and show you the safer swaps that keep joints loose, hearts strong and minds clear, all without giving up crunch. Aging feels like hiking a hill that grows steeper each year. Muscles once lively now tire fast. Joints voice their complaints at every step. Digestion, that quiet partner we never thanked, slows its steady churn. Doctors tell us to eat smart. Magazines flash glossy pictures of trail mix overflowing with nuts, protein, fiber, good fats. The slogans sound like music. We pour a cheerful handful into a bowl without fear. Yet buried inside certain nuts are hazards that matter far more after 60 than they ever did at 40. First, aflatoxin, a poison made by tiny aspergillus molds, clings to peanuts and pistachios stored in damp heat. It sneaks past roasting temperatures, settles in the liver, and chips away at DNA. One nibble will not topple you, but decades of daily nibbles can sow the seed of liver cancer. Seniors, whose immune watchmen stand fewer at the gate, find it harder to sweep the toxin away. Damage that might take 30 years in youth can bloom far sooner in older tissues already weathered by time. Second, consider phosphorus. We need it for bones and energy, yet too much turns from friend to foe. Brazil nuts and cashews pile on phosphorus by the milligram. Kidneys that once filtered a river of minerals now run like a gentle stream. Excess phosphorus lingers, pulling calcium out of bones until they grow porous and brittle. Meanwhile, calcium phosphate crystals settle inside blood vessels, making them stiff as old leather. Blood pressure rises, the heart labors against the resistance, stroke risk climbs a rung higher. Third, we meet oxalates. Picture them as microscopic shards hidden in walnuts and cashews. When digestion is smooth, these shards leave quietly. If fluid intake drops or gut bacteria falter, oxalates pair with calcium and crystallize in the kidneys. A stone the size of a grain of sand can deliver pain loud enough to steal your breath. Older adults dehydrate easily. Medications like diuretics pull water away. Add high oxalate nuts and the stone factory starts humming. Fourth, fats that once protected the seed can harm the eater. Polyunsaturated oils inside walnuts oxidize when exposed to light, air, or simple time on a warm pantry shelf. Oxidized fat acts like rust in the bloodstream. It inflames artery walls, invites plaques, and irritates aching joints. Seniors battling arthritis often blame the weather, yet rancid oils can turn a mild ache into a throb that wakes them at night. Fifth, there is vitamin K. Pistachios boast it in generous measure. For many this is useful, but for seniors prescribed warfarin or similar blood thinners, swings in vitamin K spell danger. Clotting factors rise or crash, making a bruise bleed like a cut or a small clot lodge in the lung. Balancing medication is already a tightrope walk. High K nuts shake the rope. Finally, allergies deserve a quiet spotlight. Immune systems drift with age. Some overreact to proteins they once ignored. A new cashew sensitivity may reveal itself as itchy lips today, swelling throat tomorrow. Because seniors take antihistamines for sleep or colds, early signals blur, and a severe reaction can feel sudden when it was softly building. Stack these 6 hazards on top of the natural changes of age: slower detox, reduced stomach acid, thinner gut lining, and polypharmacy, and the snack that a grandchild absorbs without fuss may leave you dizzy, puffy, or in the emergency room. The next time you open that bag of mixed nuts, ask, is this bite feeding health or feeding risk? You may wonder, But everyone says nuts help the heart. How can they kill? Context is king. Almonds soaked overnight and eaten in moderation support cholesterol control. Yet peanuts harvested in a wet season and stored in a warm warehouse can harbour more poison than nutrition. The blanket praise of nuts hides a patchwork of species, growing conditions and processing standards. Seniors must zoom in and make choices with surgical precision. Think of your body as a classic car, valuable, irreplaceable, but sensitive. Hidden labels such as roasted, salted, mixed nuts often disguise the source and age of each kernel. Bulk bins can be a bigger gamble. Hundreds of hands, open air, and fluorescent lights create a perfect storm of contamination. Even vacuum packaging fails once punctured and cannot signal trouble with a smell through sealed plastic. That silence fools many careful shoppers. Fuel your body with nuts free of mold, low in phosphorus, rich in stable fats, and kind to your medications. Anything less is grit in the engine. Now that you know why certain nuts turn toxic after 60, let's uncover the exact conditions, farming, storage, metabolism, and medication that magnify each risk and learn how they sneak into your pantry without a whisper. Peanuts, Brazil nuts, walnuts, pistachios, and cashews look innocent in a bowl, yet each follows a hidden path from farm to pantry that loads it with threats uniquely sharp for people over 60. Picture peanuts first. They grow underground, hugged by moist soil and summer heat. When heavy rain soaks the field, microscopic aspergillus fungi wake up and coat the shells. The fungi release aflatoxin, a stealth poison that survives roasting, salting, and pretty packaging. A younger liver can break down trace amounts, but an older liver already busy with medication clearance lets more toxins slip through, allowing tiny DNA injuries to pile up year after year. Move to Brazil nuts high in the Amazon canopy. The trees pull selenium from mineral-rich earth. Selenium keeps immune cells sharp, yet one Brazil nut can exceed a full day's safe limit. In youth, the thyroid and kidneys flush the extra. In later life, clearance slows. Surplus selenium becomes a saboteur, causing nausea, muscle tenderness, and tingling nerves that mimic diabetic neuropathy. Seniors may blame age or sugar, never suspecting the single nut stirred into morning cereal. Walnuts hang in cool groves, but their fragile oils oxidize fast once the shell cracks. Transport trucks rumble for days. Warehouse lights stay warm. Oxygen creeps under plastic. Polyunsaturated fats turn rancid and form lipid peroxides. These unstable molecules travel through blood like sparks in dry grass. They inflame artery walls, making plaque sticky. They irritate joint linings, deepening arthritis pain that already shadows many retirees. Because taste buds dull with age, rancidity may escape notice. Pistachios grow in hot climates where drought swings to sudden rain. Harvest machines shake trees and drop nuts onto dusty ground. When processors fall behind schedule, heaps of nuts sit under tarps, sweating in desert sun. Aspergillus thrives again, and aflatoxin counts climb. Most commercial pistachios are then salted to mask off flavors and prolong shelf life. Seniors who monitor blood pressure swallow hidden sodium loads that pull extra water into vessels, forcing the heart to pump harder. Cashews finish the list with their sneaky shell toxin. Between the outer and inner cashew skins lies urushiol, the oil that makes poison ivy burn. Industrial steaming usually removes it, but low-cost suppliers sometimes rush. Trace urushiol stays, ready to redden skin or disrupt intestines already sensitive from decades of acidic foods or gallbladder surgery. Cashews also pack dense calories. A small handful equals 2 slices of bread. Activity often drops in retirement, so those stealth calories settle as waistline inches and blood sugar spikes. The farm and factory hazards merge with biological shifts that every senior faces. Metabolism slows about 2% per decade after 50. The slowdown leaves more time for toxins to circulate before detox organs clear them. Stomach acid production falls, leaving proteins partially digested and more likely to trigger new allergies. Kidneys filter 30% less by age 80 than at 40, so phosphorus and oxalates linger, encouraging bone loss and kidney stones. Polypharmacy, the regular use of multiple medications, magnifies nut risks. Blood thinners like warfarin demand a steady vitamin K intake, yet pistachios swing that intake wildly. Blood pressure drugs spare potassium, but cashews add more. The mix can disturb heart rhythm. Statins strain the liver exactly where aflatoxin strikes. Even common pain relievers such as ibuprofen nudge kidneys closer to overload. Then a high phosphorus nut snack pushes them over the edge. Lifestyle patterns matter too. Many seniors sip less water to avoid late night bathroom trips. Dehydration concentrates oxalates and uric acid, so a moderate walnut portion that once posed no threat now seeds a stone. Dental work can leave chewing surfaces uneven. Incomplete chewing sends larger nut fragments down, raising choking risk and reducing nutrient absorption, while sharp pieces scrape the esophagus. Environmental storage adds another layer. Indian summers or mild UK winters create kitchens that hover in mold-friendly zones for months. A jar on the bright window ledge looks tidy but bathes nuts in heat and light all day. Bulk bins invite dozens of customers to scoop, spill and sneeze, while overhead bulbs accelerate oxidation. Vacuum packs lose their safety once pricked by a price tag pin, yet who inspects the seal at checkout? Economic habits shape exposure. Bargain hunters buy giant bags during holiday sales, then nibble for months. Each opening draws humid air inside. Invisible fungi wake, grains of salt absorb moisture, and oxidation runs free. Seniors living alone may not finish the bag until Easter, long after safe flavor and safe chemistry have vanished. Finally, global supply chains blur accountability. A label may read product of multiple countries, meaning peanuts grown in one continent, stored in another and packed in a third. Regulations change at every border. Seniors trust familiar supermarket aisles, never seeing the long trail of warehouses and boats across the equator. Stack harvest molds, factory shortcuts, long storage, slower organs, multiple pills, less water and looser regulation, and the ordinary nut can morph into a perfect storm of carcinogens, kidney strain, arterial heat, allergic sparks, and calorie overload. Younger bodies bend, older bodies break. Practical solutions: foods, exercises, and habits. A frightening list of dangers also hides a bright truth. Small shifts rescue big health. You do not need to swear off all crunch forever. You only need to trade the 5 risk-heavy nuts for kinder choices, handle every kernel with care, and add light movement that keeps blood and lymph in gentle flow. Think of each step as turning down the volume on inflammation while turning up the music of strength. Begin with almonds, nature's simplest blank canvas. Choose raw, skin-on almonds from a store that moves stock quickly. Before bed, place 6 almonds in a glass, cover them with clean water and add a pinch of sea salt. The salt coaxes out bitter tannins while the soak softens the skin. Morning arrives, skins slip off with a twist, and the nut inside tastes creamy, not dry. Soaking cuts phytic acid in half, which frees minerals for absorption and tames bloating. 6 soaked almonds supply vitamin E to oil creaky joints and magnesium to relax blood vessels without the aflatoxin drama of peanuts. Sunflower seeds slide in next. They are tiny, inexpensive, and almost impossible to contaminate with mold because their shells are thin and they dry fast after harvest. Buy unsalted, hulled seeds. Toasting them at home makes flavor bloom without sodium. Pour 2 tablespoons into a cold pan, set the heat low, and stir until they pop and smell nutty. Cool, then chew slowly so that every enzyme in saliva meets each bite. Vitamin E, selenium, and a whisper of plant protein slip easily into the bloodstream, all from a snack no thicker than a playing card. For those who miss the salty shell ritual of pistachios, roasted chickpeas copy the crunch and occupy wandering hands. Drain a cup of canned chickpeas, rinse until bubbles stop, pat dry and tumble onto a tray. Drizzle half a teaspoon of olive oil, dust with smoked paprika, and roast at 190 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes, shaking the tray halfway. Each golden sphere cracks lightly under the tooth, offering fiber to sweep cholesterol away and iron to carry oxygen. Portion 1/3 of a cup. Any more may crowd the gut with gas. Ground flaxseed solves 2 puzzles at once: joint stiffness and irregular bowels. Whole seeds slip through digestion untouched, so grind them fresh in a coffee mill. Store the meal in the fridge for 3 days only. Longer invites rancidity. Stir 1 tablespoon into plain yogurt or sprinkle over oatmeal. Alpha-linolenic acid, a plant omega-3, cools inflamed tissues, while soluble fiber feeds gut microbes that keep blood sugar steady. Drink a tall glass of water afterwards. Without water, flax becomes sand rather than silk. Pumpkin seeds, known as pepitas, round out the seed quartet. Their green color signals chlorophyll, which quietly escorts heavy metals out of cells. Spread a handful in a dry skillet, warm until they puff, then tip into a bowl to cool. Eat them plain or mix with a few raisins if you crave sweet notes. Zinc inside the seeds strengthens immune sentries and speeds wound repair, gifts that matter when skin thins with age. Buying less but fresher protects every effort. Resist bulk bags unless you split them with friends the same day. Small sacks empty within a week, so fat stays sweet. If budget pulls you toward volume, freeze half the haul. Cold air pauses oxidation like a pressed pause button. Thaw just the amount you will finish in 2 days. Label each bag with the date stowed. A marker today saves guessing tomorrow. Storage temperature and light decide whether a safe nut stays safe. Glass jars seal tight yet invite sun if left on a window ledge. Slide jars into the fridge door instead. Darkness and chill slow molds and halt vitamin breakdown. If fridge space runs thin, choose the coolest cupboard away from the stove. Slip a small silica pouch, saved from seaweed snacks, inside the jar to sip stray moisture. Your nose remains the best laboratory. Pour a single almond into your palm and inhale. Fresh smells faintly sweet, never paint-like or bitter. Train this check into habit, much like sniffing milk before pouring. If any off odor appears, compost the batch. Pennies spared by eating rancid seeds cost dollars in doctor visits. Hydration partners with safe seeds. Water dilutes oxalates, escorts soluble fiber, and softens stools. A simple rule: drink a mug of water for every seed snack. If plain water bores you, float cucumber slices, mint, or lemon peel. Many seniors avoid evening fluids, yet afternoon hydration prevents night cramps and supports kidney filtration before bedtime. Movement locks nutrition into muscle fibers. After eating, stand tall, lift heels toward the sky for 10 slow pulses, then roll onto heels for 10 more. This pumps blood from the soles toward the heart. Next, circle each ankle while seated. Joints lubricate and lymph clears cellular waste. Finish with a gentle seated twist. Left hand outside right knee, Breath in, breath out, switch sides. The whole routine lasts 2 minutes, shorter than a commercial break, yet it primes digestion better than any pill. Snacks woven with movement form a rhythm your body trusts. Morning could start with soaked almonds and a sunny porch stroll. Mid-morning sunflower seeds pair with heel lifts by the sink. Lunch includes a salad scattered with roasted chickpeas, plus a slow walk to the mailbox. An afternoon flax yogurt cup follows ankle circles while reading. Early evening pumpkin seeds join a 5-minute garden wander. Bedtime herbal tea closes the loop with gratitude for a day of gentle care. Mary, a 74-year-old neighbour, once popped walnuts all evening while watching crime shows. Swapping to sunflower seeds and adding tiny stretch breaks changed more than her snack bowl. Within 2 weeks, her wedding ring fit again, and her nighttime antacid tablets stayed in the cabinet. She laughed. All I did was get picky with my crunch and wiggle after chewing. Tiny acts grow strong when linked to existing habits. Place a jar of seeds beside the kettle so tea time reminds you to snack wisely. Attach a bright sticker to the fridge door handle that says, "Move." Each time you reach for food, the cue nudges a mini exercise. Stack habits like building blocks until your day stands tall. Mindful eating doubles the payoff without extra work. Sit rather than stand. Count 10 breaths before the first bite. Notice flavor notes: sweet almond milkiness, smoky chickpea depth, grassy pumpkin seed perfume. Chewing slows, satiety hormones rise, and excess portions disappear on their own. Mindful moments also tee up gratitude, a mood tonic proven to lower blood pressure. Track reactions in a simple notebook. Draw 3 columns: food, movement, feeling. Write almonds plus porch stroll minus joints loose, energy steady. Patterns appear within a week. You may learn sunflower seeds lift mood while roasted chickpeas cause minor gas. Adjust portions, roast times, or spices. The notebook becomes a private map toward comfort. Community multiplies success. Invite a friend to a weekly seed swap. Each brings a fresh batch in small jars, trades flavors, and shares tips. Social ties boost accountability and fight loneliness, a hidden risk factor for heart disease. If meeting in person feels hard, share photos of new seed mixes in a family chat. Praise each other's creativity. Reflect often with gentle questions. Did today's snack leave me light or heavy? Did I drink water afterward? Did my walk feel easier than yesterday? Reflection guides fine-tuning far better than rigid rules. The body whispers truth when given attention. Practical solutions also include pairing snacks with protective teas. Ginger turmeric tea blunts residual inflammation, while dandelion root tea helps kidneys flush excess minerals. Brewing tea fills 5 minutes that might otherwise invite mindless munching. Warm liquid soothes the throat, easing the passage of fiber into the gut. If dessert cravings strike after dinner, slice half a banana, top it with a spoon of ground flax and a drizzle of honey. The banana's potassium balances sodium from earlier meals. The flax calms nighttime appetite, and honey scratches the sweet itch without processed sugar spikes. Finish with ankle pumps while dishes soak. Portion control matters even with safe seeds. Use measuring spoons until your eyes learn servings. A pastry cup holds about 2 tablespoons of sunflower seeds, the perfect amount. Keep spoons near jars. Guesswork creeps upward over weeks. A spoon grounds reality. Restorative sleep locks in daytime gains. Seeds supply magnesium and tryptophan, both sleep allies, but electronics haunt bedrooms. Dim screens an hour before lights out. Instead, read a short article on joint health or gratitude. Quality sleep turns protein into muscle and memory, consolidating new habits into routine. Breakfast resets the cycle. Whole grain porridge topped with soaked almonds and pumpkin seeds launches glucose slowly. Pair with a brisk hallway march while coffee brews. Rising heart rate tells arteries to stay flexible, teaching endothelial cells to release protective nitric oxide. Serious exercise can stay simple. 2 5-pound dumbbells by the sofa invite 15 biceps curls during weather forecasts. Seeds feed muscle repair, curls trigger growth, and together they combat sarcopenia creeping through senior years. Always exhale during effort, inhale during release. Stop if pain sparks beyond mild fatigue. Hydrate again after lifting. A glass of chlorophyll-tinted water refreshes and binds toxins loosened during exercise. Chlorophyll's green pigment escorts them toward kidneys for exit, easing the burden on the liver that already works overtime. Travel need not break the pattern. Pack zip bags of pumpkin seeds and a foldable water bottle. Airport kiosks sell salted peanuts. Skip them with confidence. Walk terminal halls between flights, rolling each foot heel to toe to keep calf pumps active. A plane seat then feels like rest, not confinement. Faithful practice over 30 days rewires taste buds. Salted pistachios soon taste harsh, soaked almonds tender. Aflatoxin fears fade into calm knowledge that your snack shelf is under your command. Confidence grows, and with it comes a willingness to refine other meals, maybe less processed meat, more leafy greens. We have mastered seeds, storage, and simple movement. Next, discover the herbal allies and natural methods that turbocharge detox and calm chronic inflammation without a trip to the pharmacy. Plants have been side by side with people for thousands of years, and many still offer gentle backup once we move past 60. When you stir bright yellow turmeric into warm milk, you invite curcumin, the spice's active helper, straight into sore joints and stiff arteries. Add a pinch of black pepper because pepper's piperine acts like a doorway, letting more curcumin slip into your blood. Sip slowly. Within days, many seniors notice morning fingers open with less protest. Turmeric also nudges the liver to make extra glutathione, a natural rust cleaner that sweeps out aflatoxin leftovers faster than the body could do alone. Ginger follows as turmeric's easygoing cousin. Slice a thumb-sized knob, crush it gently, and steep it in hot water for 5 minutes. The tea that appears warms the stomach, speeds sluggish digestion, and calms queasy feelings often caused by new fiber from seeds. Some call ginger a moving blanket for the gut. It keeps food traveling so oxalates and other irritants do not linger. Seniors afraid of late-night heartburn often discover that a cup of ginger tea after dinner feels like a quiet hand smoothing the entire food pipe. Milk thistle steps in when the liver feels overworked and underappreciated. Its star compound, silymarin, shields liver cells like safety glass shields a windshield. 2 decades of studies show that silymarin helps damaged liver tissue rebuild even after alcohol or medication stress. A 150 milligram capsule taken with the heaviest meal of the day is enough for most elders. The effect is slow and steady. Think of a stone bridge being repaired brick by brick rather than a flashy overnight fix. After a month, many seniors report lighter skin itching and clearer whites of the eyes. Tiny but hopeful signals that liver traffic flows more freely. Dandelion root, the humble weed scorned by perfect lawns, turns out to be a skilled plumber for the kidneys. A mug of roasted dandelion root tea has a flavor close to coffee, but without caffeine's racing pulse. The root pulls excess sodium and phosphorus into the urine stream, easing the burden nuts once placed on aging filters. Some people fear frequent trips to the bathroom, yet the gentle diuretic action rarely disrupts sleep if the tea is enjoyed before late afternoon. Instead, ankles look less puffy and rings leave smaller marks on the fingers, Liquid chlorophyll looks like emerald water but works more like a spring cleaning crew for cells. Just 10 drops in a bottle of plain water create a mild, minty drink that binds heavy metals and minor pesticide traces, escorting them safely out through the bowels. Seniors who struggle to keep up with daily vegetable servings find chlorophyll water an easy fallback. The green liquid even freshens breath, a gift for denture wearers who worry about mouth odor. Activated charcoal comes last and only for special occasions. One 500 milligram capsule before a restaurant meal of unknown quality acts like a sponge, soaking up stray toxins so they cannot slip through the gut wall. Charcoal is powerful, so do not mix it with prescription pills. It treats them like toxins too. Once a week is plenty for most, and always drink a large glass of water to move the mass along. Probiotic foods tie the herbal team together by building a resilient gut neighborhood. A spoonful of live culture yogurt at breakfast or a forkful of sauerkraut at lunch introduces armies of friendly bacteria. These microbes chop oxalates into harmless fragments, manufacture B vitamins, and keep bad bugs from setting up shop. Seniors who add fermented foods often find bloating fades while energy rises because nutrients finally reach the bloodstream without detours. How do you weave all these allies into an ordinary day? Picture soaked almonds and pumpkin seeds at sunrise, chased by turmeric pepper milk instead of sugary creamer. Mid-morning, a walk pauses halfway for ginger tea from a thermos. Lunch welcomes milk thistle support and a crisp salad sprinkled with sauerkraut. Afternoon water turns emerald with chlorophyll, keeping kidneys cheerful. A restaurant dinner ends with activated charcoal insurance, and bedtime sees ankles slimmer, mind calmer. Does it sound like a lot? Write each step on a fridge note and watch routine grow smoother every week. Key lessons now: sit clear as morning light. Stop risky peanuts, Brazil nuts, walnuts, pistachios, and raw cashews. Swap in soaked almonds, toasted sunflower seeds, roasted chickpeas, fresh ground flaxseed, and dry pumpkin seeds. Store them cold, smell before eating, and buy tiny batches. Drink water with every crunch. Move for 2 minutes after each snack to push nutrients home and sweep waste away. Pair seeds with turmeric, ginger, dandelion, milk thistle, chlorophyll, and occasional charcoal to fortify liver, kidneys, and joints while keeping medication clashes low. Yet insight alone never built muscle or tamed blood sugar. Action does that. So let us form a 5-step plan you can start tonight and repeat tomorrow until it feels as natural as tying shoes. Step 1, clear the cupboard. Place a box on the counter and scan every bag of nuts. Check harvest or best by dates. Toss anything older than 6 months or smelling stale. Donate unopened risky nuts to younger relatives who can tolerate them better. Wipe shelves clean. This simple act signals your brain that a new chapter begins. Step 2, shop with purpose. Write a list before leaving home. Circle raw almonds, unsalted sunflower seeds, canned chickpeas, ground flax, raw pumpkin seeds, turmeric powder, fresh ginger, milk thistle capsules, and dandelion root tea. Skip the snack aisle glare. Visit the bulk corner and scoop only what fits a single mason jar. If budget is tight, buy 1 item each week until the collection grows. Quality beats quantity every time. Step 3. Set up nightly soaking. Before bed, rinse 6 almonds, drop them in a glass, cover with water, and add a pinch of salt. Place the glass beside the kettle so morning tea reminds you. Drain and peel when you wake. Celebrate the creamier taste. Small ritual, big gain. Step 4, link snacks to micro movement. Create a ritual called crunch and stretch. As soon as you finish seeds, stand tall, lift heels 10 times, roll ankles 10 times, twist torso left, then right, smile. Movement drives fresh oxygen to tissues and whispers to the brain that food arrived. This partnership prevents the sluggish feeling that used to follow heavy nut bowls. Step 5, track and tweak. Keep a tiny notebook or phone note. After each snack, write 3 words: food, movement, feeling. Almonds, porch walk, light. Sunflower, heel lifts, steady. Review entries Sunday evening. Patterns jump out. Adjust portions or spices accordingly. The log turns guesswork into science and empowers you more than any lab report. Need a sample day? Here it is. Breakfast at 7, oatmeal plus soaked almonds chased by turmeric pepper milk. Quick hallway march for 2 minutes. Mid-morning, 10:30, toasted sunflower seeds and ginger tea. Heel taps while waiting for the kettle. Lunch at 1, salad topped with roasted chickpeas. Stroll to mailbox, 3 p.m, yogurt mixed with ground flax. Ankle circles. Dinner at 6, soup sprinkled with pumpkin seeds. 5-minute garden wander. Evening 7:30, dandelion tea and deep breath. Follow this frame 3 consecutive days and notice joints, bowels and energy. Ask, do I feel lighter? Is my ring looser? Did I nap less? Small yes answers build momentum. Soon 1 week passes, then a month. Doctors love numbers, so bring evidence. Show blood pressure trending lower. Show weight holding steady. Pride replaces worry. What about travel days? Pack a zip bag of pumpkin seeds and a refillable water bottle. Slip milk thistle capsules into the pill case. Stop at grocery stands for fresh fruit rather than airport peanuts. Use moving walkways as treadmills. Turn waiting time into ankle pump sessions. Vacation becomes a proving ground, not a setback. Family gatherings pose another test. Offer to bring a roasted chickpea bowl flavored with cumin. People taste, nod and ask for the recipe. You teach by example without preachy words. If aunt brings honey glazed walnuts, take 1 piece, savor, drink extra water and move more. Balance, not perfection, wins longevity. Hydration stands guard over kidneys. Aim for 6 glasses minimum. Flavor water with lemon or cucumber if taste buds need excitement. Keep a bottle within arm's reach whenever seated. If late night bathroom trips worry you, shift most fluids to earlier hours. Sleep closes the loop. Seeds supply magnesium while herbs calm nerves. Create a dusk routine. Stretch, sip dandelion tea, jot gratitude. Screens off 30 minutes before pillow. Quality sleep locks nutrients into memory and muscle. Mindset crowns the plan. Speak kindly to yourself. Slip-ups happen, learn and restart. Imagine the body as a respected elder partner rather than a failing machine. With each safe crunch you say, I value you. The body answers with smoother mornings. Invite others to join. Share this video and the free Senior Snacks Safety Guide. Comment which step you will begin tonight. Hit like if you learned something new. Subscribe and ring the bell for weekly senior wellness hacks. This channel grows only when you engage, so your voice matters. Ready to act? Step to the cupboard now. Clear, shop, soak, move, track. 5 steps, endless rewards. I am cheering for you every crunch of the way. Your stronger future begins